And I think it's very important for everybody to be engaged because that everybody's on the same page.
It's about, who's willing to change gears at the right time.
Go out, go have fun, and just take it to them.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler. It's time for another edition of the Chris Richardson Show. Currently joined by Wheeling University head men's basketball coach Chris Richardson. And Chris, a nice win for you to start 2026 over West Virginia Wesleyan on Saturday. Talk about the game and kind of what you saw.
Yeah, thought we were able to find different ways to win that game. We didn't shoot the ball well. It's a hard place to make shots for whatever reason. We've always struggled to make shots there. But we didn't settle. We kept getting the ball to paint. Thought we got a lot of offense from our defense. I thought we drove the ball well and with authority, and I thought we played very unselfish basketball. When you only make – I think we only made 5 threes, and we still had 17 assists, because typically most of your three-point shots are assisted. I think that's a good sign of a team that played very unselfish. So had to continue that. We got the win. Didn't like the way we finished the game, but we will learn from that and get back to work.
I was going to say, you guys built a pretty nice lead there at the end of that second half. They battled back. How was your team able to handle that storm and kind of weather them battling back?
It was a good experience, because we went a little deeper at that point into our bench. And, sometimes the way you learn things is by going through it and learning the hard way. And I thought we got a little bit sped up. We stopped executing offensively. We kind of stopped running offense. Got a little jittery against their press. We had handled it fine most of the game, but the guys that were out there will learn from it and move on. And I don't think anybody ever felt like, as that was going on, we were going to lose the game. But certainly kept waiting for the clock to run a little bit faster. Like putting a podcast or an audio book on 2 times the speed. If they could have found a way to do that, that was great. But credit to Wesleyan, they never quit. And, it's a situation we have to learn from.
And a big game from T. Harris, puts up 17 points to start his new year. Talk about what was working for him, what clicked.
Yeah, he just kept it simple. He wasn't making perimeter shots, but he did a great job of getting downhill, getting to the basket, did a great job getting to the free throw line. And then, again, I'm just going to harp on this with you and certainly with T as we have. His activity is what's taken him to another level as a basketball player. Wasn't that long ago, if T missed a couple shots, you wouldn't see makes in the three-point category, but then you wouldn't see block shots, you wouldn't see steals, you wouldn't see assists. And it's almost like the scoring has become just another piece of what he's done, which is what he's capable of. We know he can score. He can score from all over the court. He's had big games. But I thought his biggest impact the other day was on the defensive end and on the glass. And, when he does that, and then you look up and you see 17 points as well, and that's a sign of a player that's continuing to grow and mature, and excited for what's to come for him.
And we talk all the time about Aiden Gall's ability to shoot from the floor, but he's really been strong from the free throw line. One of the MEC's top free throw shooters. He sealed the game late for you from the charity stripe. Talk about how he's able to be so efficient from that line.
Well, he told me he would, so I just had to take him at his word, because early in the year when we're in practice and we do a lot of conditioning around free throws. If you make it, you save everybody from running. If you miss it, everybody has to run. So just a couple of those first team workouts back in the fall, he'd miss in those situations, and we'd all have to run or do push-ups or whatever. I don't run. The coaches don't run. We'll do the push-ups, but we're not going to go out there and take a negative step and pop an Achilles. But I said, hey, what's going on with the free throws? He said, don't worry. Like, I'm going to make my free throws, and he has. And that's an important skill for everybody, because games like the other day where you don't shoot the ball well, if you can get to the free throw line and that can be your advantage, that's something you can adjust to in the game. We know we can make free throws. We're always a really good free throw shooting team, and this team by and large has been pretty good. But he's been a big part of it. And for a guy that's going to have the ball a lot at the end of the game, the ability to make free throws makes you that much more difficult to take the lead from, to catch up to, or what have you. So really, really glad that he came through. That he's backed up his word on what he said early in the year.
Currently joined by Wheeling University head men's basketball coach Chris Richardson. And Chris, big week coming up for you. You got Fairmont State and Frostburg ahead. Obviously a big one Wednesday with Fairmont State. Talk about this week and kind of how you're approaching these two games.
Yeah, Fairmont, unanimous pick to win the league, most talented team in the league. The Mountain East, it's hard to win, right? And I still think they're by far the best team in the league. Just got a ton of talent. They got the best player from a couple different teams in the league. And they've been able to blend together really well for, everybody kind of just getting together this year. They've got their best player back. David Jellender. They've got Drake Carter came in from Wright State. He's been a really, really good pickup for them. He's a really good player. I like his game a lot. Renee Diop came over from Concord. There was an all-league player. Miguel Martinez at West Virginia State, one of the hardest playing dudes in the league, great leader. Has won a lot of big games there. And then C.J. Meredith from Charleston came over as well, and he was, I believe, their leading scorer one of the last 2 years and has played a lot of ball too, former freshman of the year in the league. So ultra talented, and they've won a lot of games, and we have to play probably our best game of the year in order to put ourselves in a position to have a chance down the stretch. They're really talented. They shoot the ball well. They rebound the ball well. They're very athletic, and they always defend well and play with a lot of enthusiasm. So we've got to be locked in because we've got a real test in our hands Wednesday night. But I know our guys will be ready to answer the challenge. They always are.
And you mentioned playing a talented team like Fairmont State, team that's been picked to win the league. Talk about what that does for your guys to get that experience and kind of compete against these really talented players.
Yeah, it shows you where you're at. I mean, that's one way to look at it, but it's also another opportunity for us. We're right there. We're a game back right now, and it's too early to start looking at all that and thinking about it. But guilty as charged, I guess. So I don't know what you learn about your team in a game like this, other than something that you learn in any other game. I look at it, Zach. How are we gonna approach practice the next 2 days? Having one, Saturday, and then we did some team building over the weekend with financial literacy course. Former Cardinal 4-year player E.J. Shadzinski came in and talked to our guys about saving money and being financially disciplined. So that was good. And then we're going to do we're filming this Monday morning. So Monday night we're going to take our team out to 7 Ranges and do some team building in the bowling alley and in the arcade. How are we going to – we're having a lot of fun with school still out and outside of basketball, but we really need to make sure that we lock in when it's time to put in that game plan and rep, what our coverages are, what our offensive looks are going to be, and so on and so forth, and keep the fun, and then keep the main thing when we're in practice. And so, great opportunity for our team, top 25 team, preseason top 10, unanimous pick to win the league. Great opportunity for our team. I know they'll be ready to go.
And finally, you guys played really well at home this year, a big one here on Wednesday. Talk about what it's going to be like playing at home in a big game in front of your crowd.
Yeah, I mean, I just hate that we're still not back in school yet because our student crowd won't be as big as normal. But hopefully, we get some community support to come out. We've been talking to people about coming out to our games over break, look, our team knows that you can't rely on somebody else to give you energy. You have to bring your own. They understand that better than anybody, and I think their energy will get any crowd that's going. It doesn't take a whole lot of people inside that gym to get it pretty loud, with the low roof and all that. And so we got to bring our own energy, and anything else that comes. Fairmont always brings a great crowd, but I know our people show up as well, and we'll have good community support. And any energy that comes from the crowd is almost like a bonus because our team's going to bring its own. So, great opportunity for us this week. Tough road game Saturday at Frostburg, place where they're really, really good, especially at home, and we've struggled over there. But that's life in the Mountain East, and now we're in the routine. Wednesday, Saturday, every game is a knock them down, drag them out, 10-round fight, and we got it ready to take punches and then keep punching ourselves.
Thanks, Chris. Good luck this week. Can't wait to see you out there.
Thanks, Zach. Go Cards.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler.
And I think it's very important for everybody to be engaged because that everybody's on the same page.
It's about, who's willing to change gears at the right time.
Go out, go have fun, and just take it to them.